Let's give another round of applause to Reverend Green's Full Gospel Tabernacle Choir. Were those guys not the most awesome choir? Hey, you know, when you're I'm not a parent, but you know when you are a parent and you've got two kids and someone says, well, which one is cooler? Which one's better? And there's no way you can ever answer that question. These federal communications commissioners that we have here tonight are kind of like that, because these guys are so great that I feel like I use too much hyperbole for each one. But I got to say, our next guest, Commissioner Jonathan Adelstein, is remarkable in that every day when you look at the newspapers and you watch TV and you see politicians caving to special interests, doing the wrong thing, not representing you, and you think, like, what are these guys doing? Well, this guy that we have tonight, this commissioner, I've seen him behind closed doors, and every time something bad happens, he literally will jump out of his seat. Like, you know, a big company's going to, you know, they're going to try to lift the rules or kill net neutrality. He'll jump out of his seat and he'll say, we can't let this happen. And he says it with the kind of passion that you could only wish that every other politician in Washington has. He is a phenomenal guy. He's our friend. He's here tonight. Please welcome Federal Communications Commissioner Jonathan Adelstein.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. What a great band. I tell you, it took everything in my power to restrain myself from running up here and playing with those guys. But I don't think I can restrain myself all night, so stick around and see what happens. Thank you all so much for the warmth and the support that you've shown us as we've gone through this whole process. I mean, we really don't deserve the kind of support and thanks we get from all of you. You're so kind. You come up and you say these wonderful things that are so inspiring to all of us. And it just really all I have to remember is that I work for you, the American people, and not the giant media companies that we regulate. You know, it's really a pretty simple concept. I mean, public officials represent the public interest, but it seems like in Washington that's fuzzy math. It's convenient, of course, you know, for public officials to kind of forget that, you know, we're constantly pressured by these massive, powerful conglomerates. And these giants have the resources. They buy their own think tanks, they buy their own hired guns, and they come after us trying to shoot out an endless litany of woe, thinking that they want to make us believe that they're the ones who need help. Well, we have a secret weapon on our side, my friends. We have the American people on our side, and we have the truth on our side, and the truth is going to win. The truth really has to win because our children's future and our democracy depends on it. I saw John Nichols' beautiful little daughter was born about the same time that mine was. And these kids are going to grow up in a world that if we don't leave it better than it is right now, woe is unto them. I know that we're going to prevail because we've already won so much. Even when far fewer of us were focused on this fight, we won one of the few victories of the people over the powerful that we've seen in recent years, in this entire millennium. We won an historic victory in the federal court. We stopped the most politically fearsome industry in America dead in its tracks. And along the way, we won this incredible bipartisan vote in the Senate that some people forget. I never will. 55-40, a bipartisan vote to veto everything that Michael Powell tried to do to roll back those rules. And you know, it's a fact that we had the votes in the House to kill the rules too, but Tom DeLay and the old House leadership prevented it from even coming to a vote because they knew if it came to the vote, we'd win. That's a congressional veto procedure that was known as a resolution of disapproval. It was something that was a vestige of Newt Gingrich's contract with America that was originally designed to allow the Republican Congress to veto Clinton-era regulations. But the winds of change have now swept through Washington, and thank God. A great hero to this movement, who we're going to see tomorrow night, Congressman Ed Markey is now the chairman of the Telecommunications Subcommittee. Bernie Sanders, who's going to join us tomorrow night, such a hero to all of us and such an advocate of the public interest, has got a promotion to the United States Senate. And there's no more Tom delay to delay the vote. So what does that mean? That means this time, in 2007, if the FCC passes another order to increase media consolidation, there's nothing to stop Congress from vetoing it this time. And if it comes to a vote on the Hill, we're going to see bipartisan support that's been bottled up, just pouring out. Little did Newt know that he'd be handing us, the people, a weapon like that to club and beat back media consolidation. So if a bad order comes out of the FCC, let's not just bury it, let's bury it 6 feet deep. If the FCC goes too far in rolling back those media ownership limits, if you demand it, Congress can send it right back to the dumpster of history where it belongs. Even better, let's try to keep these bad rules from ever getting there in the first place. Let's keep the FCC from ever even voting them out. We have a new commission, one that's seen the damage that you all can do to policies that neglect the people that we're supposed to serve. You need to send a message loud and clear that if the FCC rolls back the media ownership protections, it will get vetoed by Congress. So don't even bother trying. And even as we're fighting this battle, what we hear in room and across room during these sessions is that we also have a big battle on our hands to beat back the increasing commercialization of the media. We need to fight the thinly disguised payola fueling homogenized corporate music that leaves no room for local and independent artists. We need to fight video news releases masquerading as news, with PR agents pushing agendas, squeezing out real news coverage and local community concerns. We need to fight product placements that are turning news and entertainment shows alike into undisclosed commercials. And we need to fight those rapacious advertisers who are preying on the unsuspecting minds of our young children. So we're going to reclaim the media. We're going to say no to payola, no to VNRs, no to product placement, no to interactive advertising that's targeting our kids. Now, Mike Kopp's got it right. Let's promote the true American spirit of democracy. Let's go on the offensive. I think we can go on the offensive both in the media and on the web. And we've got to open the airwaves so low-power FM stations and minority voices. We've got to restore public interest obligations on broadcasters as they enter the digital age. We've got to maintain community access to viable PEG channels. We've got to make broadband affordable and accessible to everyone, even if that means building municipal broadband systems. And most of all, we've got to keep the internet open. Now, we're already on the march to save the internet. We got a lot of help from you on that AT&T merger, and we scored a big victory for net neutrality, or as Bill Moyer said, I guess, equal access. We shattered the falsehood that it couldn't be done, that it couldn't be defined. Well, Mike Kopp and I, with input from Free Press and the entire media reform movement, found the right words, and so it is written. We can't let what happened to media happen to the internet. We can't afford to let it be controlled by a few gatekeepers seeking to maximize their profits in the service of advertisers. We need to keep the internet of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now, a lot of work remains ahead on that. We tried for more, but we could only get you 2 years for equal access. And it's up to you to make it permanent. We think you know what to do with those 2 years. While the internet's still free, nobody knows how to use it better, more strategically, more organized, and more ability to mobilize than all of you. So let's use the power of the internet to keep the promise of the internet alive. We hear a lot of talk in Washington about spreading freedom and democracy around the world. Well, how about uplifting the quality of freedom and democracy right here in America? It's really up to all of us together, all of you. I'm so proud of the work you've done, and I've been so proud to work with you on these things. We have to secure our legacy as Americans, the free flow of ideas and information that was at the very foundation of our country. We need to carry the fight from the media to the internet. You've already won some key early battles, but now you're battle-hardened veterans about to achieve even bigger victories than we've ever seen before. And generations to come will celebrate what you've achieved and what we've done together. So from the heart of one patriot to a room full of patriots, I salute you all and thank you from the bottom of my heart.